Hi guys, my name is Jamie. I'm here for Feeding Hong Kong. I run a restaurant called Mr. Wolf in Central, and I'm just going to show you how to knock up brunch with a few odds and ends, leftover bits and bobs from the fridge. Stale bread is what I'm going to be using most. This recipe, I'm going to do a sort of eggs and mushrooms on toast. And the good thing about it is the best bread to use is stuff that's a couple of days old, right? So, a healthy amount of oil in here. When I was a kid, I used to love eating fried bread. Probably explains my belly, but there we go. So I'm just going to crisp that up with some oil, put it on a plate, and whilst that's cooking, I'm just going to knock up a little onion and mushroom mix. Yeah, so the whole onion, zero waste. Happy days, nothing too fancy there, nice and rustic. Flip the bread over. Yeah, it's nice and toasty. Slice these mushrooms up. I'm using shiitake mushrooms. Obviously found pretty commonly around here. And I'm just going to flavour it with a bit of spice, some coriander powder, a little bit of chilli. Good point is that eggs and bread are really staple ingredients, right? Right, so I'm just going to put that over here. We're going to do this all in one pan. So that's nice and toasty. And then I'm just going to put the mushrooms in the onions in here. Alrighty. If you want to take the stalks out maybe, or you've got the root of the onion, I've got some spring onions here, might not use all of that, maybe the roots of the coriander, stuff like that. I would just put it all to one side. You know, if you've got some ginger skins and all that, and then you just boil it all up, let it infuse, and you've got a nice bit of broth / tea or whatever, and you can just pour that over some sliced beef or a little chicken breast, cook a bit of rice, happy days, right? Right, I'm not going to forget to season this. A little bit of salt here, and a bit of pepper. So, a lot of food these days involves textures as much as flavour, right? So you just dry out all your stale bread, blitz it up, chop it up, fry it off. You can mix it with herbs, garlic, thyme, whatever you like, and then you've got a nice finishing thing. Grate on a little bit of pasta or something, just some buttered pasta, put a load of breadcrumbs on it, grate a lemon zest. You're laughing, right? Right, so we'll just saute that down. We're essentially doing nothing fancy other than a sort of broken omelette, I guess you'd call it. Okay, I've got a little clove of garlic in here. I trained in French cuisine, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't use a bit of garlic. Okay. Right, whilst I'm there, I'm just going to slice up these spring onions. So I'm not going to use the tops of it here. So that's what will go in my little tea later to go on my slice of beef and rice dinner. Okay, and I'll take the root off as well. Same, that can go in there. And we'll just slice this up just to freshen up the final dish, right? And a little bit of chili powder in. Okay, nothing too much though. And then just for a nice little bit of aroma, a bit of coriander powder. So coriander seed, I feel like, has a slight lemon zesty kind of flavour to it. So that's just going to liven it up a little bit. The coriander, I'm actually going to use the leaves, and I find that actually almost all the flavour is in the stem, so I'm just going to chop that up and put it in as well. I don't see the need to pick coriander at all. All right. So essentially all I've got to do now is crack some eggs into there. I mean, simple, right? Okay, I've got a little spoon pot here, just give that a little taste. Oh, bravo. Right. Not sure how many eggs I'm going to need, so we'll just go one by one. Okay, that can go in there. Do you know, if you want to get really fancy actually, and you're making your leftover tea broth thing that I mentioned, you can be really fancy and clarify it with the eggshells. That's like 0, 0, 0 waste, right? Sort of broken omelette kind of vibe. Okay, just the eggs are going to cook in the residual heat of the pan. Right, I think we're pretty much there. One final taste. Laughing. Right, in I go with that. You can put whatever you want in here now as well. You put bacon, eggs, you know. Some of that tin luncheon meat. Oh, sorry, turn that off. Right, that's it, I'm good to go. Bit messy. I call that rustic actually. There you go, broken omelette, fried bread.